Hi, this is Jimmy Thompson, owner of Thompson Property Solutions AZ, and this is our This Week in Real Estate Investing. This is where you sort of get a behind the scenes look at what a real estate investor is doing. For example, me. So our Section 8 tenant at our single family property finally moved in, late last week. So um, I'm learning a little bit about Section 8. I originally went with Section 8 as a way that I thought I was going to get a higher rent. Like every other government agency right now, Section 8 is clamping down a little bit. It's towards the end of the year. They're not willing to make as many deals, so they say, and rents have come down a little bit in our area. So those were affected, and quite a bit. So in our particular situation, I guess we'll use somebody else's situation. Let's say somebody has a voucher. So Section 8 actually gives people a voucher that says, hey, this is what you qualify for. Give this to your landlord and we'll pay this much of your rent and you pay the remaining balance, if any. So when we see those vouchers, in our minds as investors, as real estate professionals, we think, okay, well, that's how much they're going to pay. Well, there's still comps involved. So in other words, if you've got somebody that qualifies for $2,800, but rents in that area are only $2,500, they're not going to give you that $300 difference. So that's something important to that I learned. At the same time, we're still getting better rent than what we were getting from our previous tenants. So some of the positives, obviously, about Section 8, you get that guaranteed rent. It's coming from the government. You're under contract with the tenant, but you get that guaranteed payment. You do get the slightly higher rent, sometimes more than you would expect, but sort of probably not as much as a voucher would say. The negatives, man, it took a long time. There's a lot of red tape. You're dealing with the government. So there was our particular tenant had to move from Phoenix to Glendale, so we had to get their information moved from one city to the other. So obviously it took longer. It wasn't as lucrative as we thought. Still wasn't bad. There was that learning curve, and then of course, the tenants tend to be less vested. You're dealing with somebody that probably doesn't have. If they have a job, it's not probably a good job track record. They probably don't have great credit. So in the past, that affected things differently than it does now. I think because there's a shortage of Section 8 housing. I think the tenants are more likely. So for us, we took an educated decision and said, okay, we're probably going to have pretty good tenants now compared to what Section 8 tenants might have been, 20 years ago. So I hope that helps. Do you want to invest in real estate, but you don't want to be the person collecting the rents, unclogging the toilets and picking up the trash? Well, email me at jimmy@jimmythompson.com and I can show you how to do real estate without actually being the person doing the heavy lifting. So there are ways to invest in real estate without being the guy. And, that's sort of what we set up some of our programs for. So give me a call. Let's have a conversation. 602-541-5885.